So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your Instagram Reels and TikToks look like this. But first things first, let's talk about what you're going to need to create this type of look on your Instagram Reels and TikToks. You're going to need to have a phone or camera. If you have an iPhone 12 Pro and up, you're good. And if you have an Android phone, it's fine too. I just personally have more experience filming with iPhone. And if you have a camera, that's even better. So if you're filming indoors, a single key light is enough, and you can get that for below $50. And later on in this video, I'm going to share some filming techniques to make your footage look more professional. If you're filming outside, sunlight or city lights will be your best friend. With that said, let's get started. First, we need to adjust your phone's camera settings to ensure the highest quality footage. Here are the settings I personally use. Feel free to pause the video and set your camera the same way. Again, I'm using iPhone 15 Pro. Next, there's one Instagram setting that is crucial for uploading a highest quality videos possible. So make sure you go to settings, go to media quality, and select upload at the highest quality. Make sure this option is turned on so your videos looks their best. And that's it for camera settings and filming setup. Now let's talk about filming and post-production. This is going to include color grading your footage and exporting it. Remember that it's much harder to make your footage look great when you're editing it if you didn't film it correctly. So here's what to keep in mind before filming and when filming. Make sure all your camera settings are correct. You can just use the ones I showed you. Clean your lens before every shot. That's crucial. That should be your habit before you're filming anytime. Just make sure you just do a quick clean for your lenses, whether that's your phone or camera, of course. Never film directly into the sun or a strong light source. That's very important because if you have an object that you want to film and it's right in front of the sun, so you're filming the object but the sun is shining straight into your lens, the footage is not gonna look good. Okay, what you need to do is position your light behind or the side of you, never directly in front. Same goes for the sun, right? Make sure it's behind you or on the side, so that way you're gonna have the best possible shot. Before you start filming, lock your screen and slightly lower the exposure for crisper, more detailed footage, just the way I'm showing you here in this video on the side. Apply these tips and your videos will instantly look much more sharper and higher quality. Once your footage is ready, transfer it to your computer. I use iDrop because I have iMac and I have iPhone, so it's pretty simple. But in case you don't have this option and you have a different computer, a different phone, just use Google Drive so you don't lose the quality on your footage. For editing, I personally use Premiere Pro, but you can use any software. And you can make the same adjustments I'm gonna do in this video regardless of the software that you're using to edit your videos. And if you want to save time, you can simply use a already done for you LUT that I made to instantly give your footage a dark, clean, aesthetic look, just like in the clips I showed you earlier. I've linked this entire LUT along with additional resources down below in this video description. But if you prefer manual color grading, here's how I do it. All right, so I first, of course, open Adobe Premiere Pro, and now I'm gonna drop some of the clips that I'm gonna color grade. I'm gonna show exactly the type of color grading I apply, the settings and everything else. But in case, again, if you want to skip this part, you can literally just get my entire color grading LUT alongside with a lot of different resources like ready-made clips, ready-made pictures, everything else you can use within your own content. It's gonna be linked down below in this video description as I said, but let's move on with editing. So I'm just gonna upload clips real quick. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, when you're on Adobe, you of course add a clip, go here, click adjustment layer, click OK, drag the adjustment layer here, so it's gonna apply to the whole clip, the like color grading that we're doing. So I'm gonna click on adjustment layer, make sure you are in the color panel right here in Adobe. In CapCut and other softwares is pretty much similar, right? And the editings, again, you can do the same editing for your colors in those softwares as well. So first things first, I'm going to do some basic correction. So for basic correction, I'm going to lower the exposure a little bit. So it's going to be 0.5, maybe 1. Increase the contrast, like 450. Yeah, it instantly looks different. Look, you see the difference? Crazy, right? Crazy difference already. Highlights, minus 20. Shadows, minus 15. Look, Look how different it is already. Whites, no. Blacks, -15, -20. Now here, if you have the preset that I linked down below, you can just add it here and you instantly gonna have similar look. But in case you don't have it, there's also one thing called curves, and you go to RGB curves, and I like to form an S line here to make it look even more crisp. So you would select here, somewhere here, and here. This is gonna go slightly down like that. This is gonna go up. That's too much. Not too much. That is gonna go up a little bit, and this is gonna go down a little bit. Not like that, of course. A little bit down. So with this and without this, you see, it makes the like details of your video look more concrete, I would say, more highlighted. So yeah, again, without this and with this, I would say it's a little bit too much even, so maybe just this. And by the way, the LUT that I linked down below already have this option done, so you won't gonna need to make these adjustments yourself. Yeah, so look, this is with the color grading, this is without it. You see how different it is? Let me just zoom in a little bit. Not too much. Like that, look. Look how different that is. Now, to keep this consistent look, we also need to ensure that we are rendering in the best possible settings. So again, if you're using Premiere Pro, I'm just gonna share my settings, the export settings. But for other softwares that you're using, I would recommend to search up for tutorials on the best export settings on them. So I'm just gonna click the letter O, gonna drag this here, and gonna go to export, and I'm just gonna show you the settings that I have. So if we go to video, I'm gonna have use maximum render quality right here. I have VBR pass set to 33, but honestly, this is enough for 2024. And yeah, the custom frame size, the frame sampling, software encoding, VBR2 pass, and that's it. That's honestly it. And once I have all of that selected, I just click export right here, and that's it. And once your video is ready, transfer it back to your phone for posting. Again, simply use AirDrop or Google Drive, whatever works for you. With that said, drop a like if you found this valuable, and thank you so much for watching.